Elvis, this game had it had an edge to it. How much do you enjoy playing these games that have a little bit of an edge to it?
Oh, it's always nice. I mean, it's fire. They're a good team, and they're physical, and we are standing there. You know, we're gonna protect each other, and that's what we did. And I think it was super fun today.
What happened there? Were you let your emotions maybe get the best of you there?
No, absolutely not. I had my puck between my legs, and he went with the stick inside my groin, and every goalie knows that that's not nice feeling. On that moment, I just reacted and totally deserve it. I had the puck. I don't know if there was already a whistle or not, but it was close to whistle. There was no need to do what he did. So I don't care. It was just reacted.
What's this team and what do you have going here on home ice that's working so well so far this year?
I mean, we're not giving up. We're not giving up. We're working hard every day. It was important to win this last game before our long road trip for our fans, and it was early game, right? There was a lot of people here with the kids and everyone, so the fans deserved the win, and in the end, OHIO, it was awesome. It was awesome.
What have you seen from Werenski? The start that Zach's had. Why do you think he's come out so hot?
He's been working hard every year. Last year he was unfortunate with injury. You could tell that he was frustrated. He was working his ass off during the summer. You could tell in training camp like his body, like he was in shape. You could tell. I'm really happy for him. He has to stay hot for this road and this month, which is really important for us. And yeah, we'll go from there.
Elvis, that road trip for the 5-gamer out west early in the season didn't go particularly well for you. How much better do you feel about your chances now? You feel like you're ready for that challenge again as a team?
I mean, we take game by game. Yes, it's a long road trip. We're going to take game by game, and we will see the result.
Matthew, afternoon games can be kind of sleepy affairs. How fun did this game feel for you? It looked like you were having a pretty good time out there.
I don't know if you'd call that a good time, but it was definitely entertaining for the fans. Like you said, they're a little wonky. Everything's different from your preparation in the day, and game kind of just developed that way. And I threw a hit. I didn't think it was that bad at the time. Looked at it, kind of questionable. So kind of just derived from there. You got to be ready to answer the bell when that happens.
Did you have an issue with Pospisil and Christensen, or was that just organic after your hit with Pospisil coming up to you?
I had a little bit of an issue with it because I don't blame the guy. I mean, he's just doing his job, but I thought it was a clean hit, and Christensen's at the end of his shift, and he hopped from the bench. So, yeah, but I mean, I'm not saying he's in the wrong. It's just, you don't think of that stuff while playing, but that's why I did what I did.
You guys have been through some stuff here the last couple of years. How fun is this to have players playing, guys doing their jobs, and everything kind of at times working well?
Yeah, feels like it's just team unity through the whole thing, and thankfully we're getting wins and doing well on home ice, and there's some things we got to tighten up like always, but I thought tonight overall was a really good game for us, and in every aspect I thought we did a really good job staying on top of them.
Talking to you guys were kind of talking before that fight. Did you kind of instant?
It's from Micah.
He thought he needed to be addressed. I don't mind it.
So you're like, all right, go.
Yeah, it's fine.
That basically, it really sent the crowd roaring, into the give you guys a lift, basically.
I think so. I mean, I've never been one to think a fight's a bad thing. Even if you lose, there's always a jolt of energy regardless. It's always different for the guys, but, tonight was about accountability, and that's fine. I got no problem with that.
Matthew, your last 5-game swing out west did not go particularly well. How much better do you feel about this team right now before you head out on this trip?
Yeah, the swing out west, I mean, it wasn't that we were playing badly, except the Seattle game, I'd say. I think overall we actually played decent hockey. You know, we just weren't scoring. And a couple of mistakes that were costing us games. But overall, I thought the team performed decently, except the Seattle game. So, you know, it's just we get home, we score, and now we got to do it on the road.
Do you feel like each one of these games you guys end up winning? I mean, you're over 500 now. I mean, is there a message sent to the rest of the league in every one of these games that you guys are on your way up?
Well, yeah, I mean, we couldn't really go further down, to be honest with you. So we're definitely going in the right direction. We're still missing some big pieces, but you know, everyone that's playing is doing a really good job, and you know, we just got to find ways to win every night, and that's what we're doing right now.
How much are you guys enjoying this process right now?
Winning's way more fun. I mean, you ask anyone, they'll tell you. Now, you know, we're a little over 500, but we're pushing for playoffs here, so we got a lot of work to do. This is the time of year that, you know, teams kind of separate from others, and this is where we got to, you know, bear down and keep going here.
When you pump up the crowd after that second fight, is that just the adrenaline taking over?
Yeah, I blacked out. Sorry, I don't have a better answer for you. I don't have a better answer for you. I just, I mean, yeah, I heard the Stone Cold music and I blacked out.
It was Rowinski the other day, it was Jake Christensen today. Just how exciting is it for you to see other guys step up when necessary, when they have to answer that kind of call?
Absolutely. I thought Christie did a hell of a job. He didn't need to take that at all. His hit was clean. He was at the end of a shift, like I mentioned, and he did. And, you know, he stood in there. He did a good job. That's just, you know, what we want to build here. We want to have guys that fight for each other and stand up for themselves. And, you know, when you do that, then it's easier as a team to, you know, when you get in the middle of the games and you got to make the hard play or the easy play, but not the fun play to make sure we stay on top of games. I think guys buy into that a lot more when guys are doing those kind of things.
Adam, how much fun is it to play in a game that's got an edge to it like this tonight?
Yeah, everybody gets into it a little bit more, obviously, with Christie starting it off there, his first NHL fight. That was great, and everything else that came after it definitely gets you more in the game for sure.
When you guys get out to a start like this, that was not what you did against Montreal. How much does that just kind of snowball as you get going here in a game like this?
Yeah, like I said, everybody gets more into it when there's an edge, and becomes a little bit more personal, and guys go out there and finish their checks a little bit more, and just try and find those areas. So I think it's helpful for sure.
For you, it's been a long time. How big was the monkey that came off your back?
Pretty huge, yeah. I was definitely starting to think about it a little bit, and just glad to get it off.
Adam, 4 goals from Michigan guys today. Is that a statement this weekend?
Yeah, hopefully we can roll that into tomorrow. That'd be great, but we'll see.
How fun is
I would say for you to score the first goal, it's kind of a weird one. You just throwing it on that. You make a nice play, but you know, JVRs sometimes that's the kind of goal you need to kind of get back on the. You need to throw some pucks in that and see if one goes in.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I mean, when they're not going in, you got to try everything, and that one ended up going in, and grateful for it. I thought it was Reamer's for the first little bit, but it ended up being mine, so great.
I asked Elvis about Zach, and he said this summer you could tell like he was frustrated by the injuries and just really, really driven. Did you see that this summer, and do you think that's partly why he's having to start his head?
I mean, this summer he might have been the hardest working guy I've ever been in the gym with this summer, and absolute animal. He was dragging me in for the 6th day a week, only doing like Sunday off, and he'd take me in on Saturdays, and on the ice he's working as hard as he can every single time, and I'm pretty sure at one point he was skating like 5 times a week too, and he came in looking unreal, like killed the testing. He looked great, and he's transitioning into his game. He's in the conversation for the Norris right now, so I mean he's playing amazing.
That second goal that Marchenko got over to you, how good of a playmaker is he?
Yeah, great playmaker. I don't know if you guys saw, but I didn't move my stick. It just hit me, and ended up just having it there, so it was great pass.
Adam, how much more fun is this season just for the team in general than what you experienced last year? I mean, you guys are over 500 now, playing good hockey.
It's great. Yeah, like I said before last year, when we went on that bit of a losing skid, you never want to get used to losing, and having a bit of a winning culture in here, and how much fun we have with each other and how tight of a group we have, it makes it way more enjoyable to come to the rink every day.
Is it kind of cool as a young guy to be able to see the arena the way it is, you know, when you guys are winning, and just the atmosphere, festive, and everyone's having fun?
It's great. They show out. They've showed out. Well, we haven't been great the last couple of years, and to be able to play good and have a winning record for them this season has been awesome.
So your reaction to the Olivier fight with Lomberg, the second one right before the intermission. What do those moments do for a team when you have a guy like him that's willing to stand up and kind of be accountable for what's out there?
Yeah, I mean, you guys see him out there. He might be the scariest guy on the ice in the league. I'm not gonna lie. I was telling him he should call out Jake Paul when he came in for media with you guys. But yeah, he's, especially when you're on the ice with him, it's a bit of a calming presence knowing he's out there, and he's one of my best buddies. So seeing him go out there and perform like that, especially away from the fighting and how he's been playing that way, has been amazing. His presence in the locker room has been awesome. Yeah, he's been such a big piece for us this year. You can't really even try to explain it.
Dean, what did the edge that this game have do for your team in terms of staying in it, not backing down at all?
Well, we just liked how we started. And we talked about it, was it this morning or yesterday? I can't remember, but we talked about us playing faster than we did the other night, and we did that. Not necessarily the start, it was just our whole thought process was to play fast. Sure, there's some physicality in the game, and we held our own, stuck up for each other, and that's the right thing to do. I know our team will do that all the time. That's a standard. But we really liked how quickly we played in all three zones from start to finish tonight.
And how encouraged were you by Adam Fantilli kind of getting off the schneid a little bit and putting a couple in?
Yeah, you know what? It's great, but it's not necessarily great that Fantilli did. It's just great that the Columbus Blue Jackets did, and he's played, and he's been committed to doing the right things in the right areas. And okay, has he sacrificed maybe a little bit of risky offensive play to be a good defensive, sound player? Maybe. But we know in the long run, he knows in the long run, if he continues to play like he has played literally all year, he's had some learning curves. If he plays the right way defensively and sound in all areas, the scoring will come. It came tonight. It's maybe not come next game. Maybe it won't be super consistent, whatever. It's just, but it'll be there because he has that natural ability, but his work in the other areas has been fantastic.
These mid-afternoon games can be kind of tricky sometimes, getting started. When did you know that you guys were dialed in on this one? Was it right away?
You know what, honestly, Ports, I don't care what time the game is. We talked right away, early, might have been preseason, might have been the game in Washington, and all this group wasn't there. If you remember, our plane was late and whatever, and we had to turn the clocks back, the game had to get pushed back. And we talked about who cares who, when, where we play. It's just when the puck's dropped, you play. So it could be 7 in the morning, it could be 7 at night, it could be anywhere in between. Hockey's hockey. It doesn't matter the time as long as your preparation is consistent and you're ready to go, which we were today.
I think most people would have been understood if Christensen skated away from that fight offer. What did you see in that exchange, and how much did you like that?
I probably can't express how much I like it. Listen, we talked about, Z the other night. Again, it's part of the game. It's great that it's not all the time anymore. I get that. But it is part of the game. And Christie's a hockey player, and a situation happened that he was put in a spot to be to defend himself, and he did. And if you go back on the timeline, he had a 1 and 45-second shift, right? And he still accepted it. So that's a hockey player.
The first Olivier fight, what did the officials explain to you on that one? Because they seemed like that the Flames could have gotten a lot more given what they did to Olivier after that. It seemed like you and the officials had
Is that when the third man in?
Yes.
Yeah. It's so dangerous. We asked, they stated that it wasn't enough to give a third man in. You watch it, Ole gets his arm tied up and takes 2 solid punches to the face, that he cannot defend himself. His arm is locked. So he takes 2 off his, it's so dangerous. It's crazy. I don't understand how that's allowed to happen. When there's 2 linesmen out there, then and there's the refs are out there, and if it does happen, then you have to penalize something like that, or it may happen again. And that is such a dangerous situation for. I've seen it. We're very fortunate that he didn't get hurt in that play. So I don't know. I haven't spoke to Don yet. I don't know if there's anything that we do, or that type of stuff has to stop. Or like we talk about guys getting hit and whatever and concussions, and it was scary. We just watched it actually, and with his arm locked like that, it's such a dangerous play.
With Elvis picking up the roughing there, I mean, that was another play where stick goes where you probably don't want one. Do you have any issue with what his reaction when there was, A, and then B, when you send Fantilli to the box, is that kind of with the hope of what kind of happened there, whereas he comes out and he steps right into a 2-on-1 and you got 2 skilled guys there?
Well, I'll answer the second part first. Is that Mo Fantilli actually looked at me because we had 2 defensemen, and I think it was Silly and KJ both killed penalties, right? So it looks like it's intelligent on our part as coaches. It's not. Mo goes, looks at me, and I said, yeah, you go, and it, but obviously the 2 guys kill, so it just worked out fine. But yeah, I asked 3 referees the same thing, is that what would you do if you get speared in that area? What would you do? How would you react? I said, I don't blame Elvis for doing it. My gosh, like if I get hit like that, and they said the puck's free, and the puck's not free. It was free for a minute, then it closes his leg, then he gets speared, and he said trying to score a goal. You don't score goals like this. You score goals like this. So he reacted. We thought it should have been evened up. It wasn't. We were fortunate to catch a break. Maybe that's why.
Olivier gets in that second fight, said afterward he kind of blacked out, getting the crowd involved, heard the stone cold music playing. Talk a little bit about what that does for not only the bench, but then also with the crowd being that involved into it after that second fight.
I think the most important thing is that the guys are sticking together. Again, I'm not, encouraging that we're fighting every night. It's just that we're together. It happens. It's not. We're not going out there looking to fight every night. Like we're not looking. Like Ole's arguably one of our better players all year playing the game of hockey. But he's really good at doing that. My guess is that he was asked to do the second one. My guess. I don't know that for a fact. But again, he's going to accept it, and again, we'll stand up for each other.